You got Michelle Obama and Bush Jr. They like best friends, and they have different political beliefs. So we the only ones that's doing the war. Like, they can separate that stuff. So I think that people need to listen more. Black people, white people, everybody, and we need to stop believing all these false things going on and actually listen to what's going on and pay attention. We do.
Yeah, exactly. Pay attention.
Pay attention.
Yeah, it's kind of frightening. You know what I mean?
It makes me afraid of where we're headed.
Yeah.
It does. Because like these kids today are going to be the ones that are going to be taking care of us, and I'm like, you know, we got to do better. We got to do better. We do.
When I ask about the state of the world and why I tied it into your international travel, because I knew you would have a interesting perspective. Basically, because when you ask people about the state of the world, they oftentimes think about just the States, America. You know what I mean? And maybe because people haven't had opportunity to be as well traveled as yourself or see other countries like myself, you know, and experience other cultures and people. But I'm concerned for everyone. Now, while I might be consumed with, and it's more relatable to grieve or sympathize with something that's happening in Ohio, I still care about the people in Portugal. You know what I mean?
Because we're all people.
We're all the same.
People. And that's what it is. It's like, you know, I don't like somebody who's so far on one side. It's like, we're people first. We all breathe the same air. We are people. And no matter where I go, Terry, everybody is the same. Everybody.
Aren't they?
Everybody's the same.
When I was in Cuba last year, I was like, this feels like home. This feels like home. You know what I mean? And maybe because I was amongst people of color.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe it felt so comfortable to me, but it did. It was very comfortable. However, even in being in Paris, where it was not a lot of people who looked like me, to be honest with you.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I could tell that we had, you know, there were European people, for the French, of course, and then there were still the French, but those who never made middle passage to the States, but came directly from Africa. So I kind of looked different, but I didn't really feel different. I still felt very comfortable. You know what I mean? Very comfortable. Kind of how I guess is to say I felt a lot of love in other places just than the States. And I'm concerned about everyone, even though we have a lot of political strife happening right now. That
we do.
Yeah, but
people are the same everywhere. It's like you're gonna always run into those people that are a little on the racist side. You're gonna always run to those people that's super friendly. And I mean, I've had good luck. I mean, you know, it's funny because my territory is Latin America and the Caribbean.
Right.
Even between those two, there's a lot of differences, and it's like you have to understand the culture too, because Americans have a habit of thinking that everywhere is like the United States.
Right.
And it's just not.
It's not.
So you are in their culture, so you have to learn their culture. Like I know with the Latin community, and especially down here in South Florida and Miami where I live, it's like the Latin community is very, very, they'll move mountains for you, but they have to get to know you first.
Okay.
And it's like, you know, you can't just, you know, they'll fill you out first. And if you're friendly and approachable, they'll do anything for you. You know, but if they get that first impression of you where you're like, they don't really want to have too much to do with you. In the same way in the Caribbean culture, a lot of people think Caribbean people are standoffish and got attitudes, but they don't. It's just like they're analyzing you first. And then when they see that you're a good person and they can see your heart, then they'll love you to pieces. But you just can't approach them in any way.
Right. Sure. Of course.
Yeah.
Like, I was on vacation in DR with my auntie and my mom and my aunt, and she was saying something about the condition of something, and I was like, "This is these people's home."
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that dude. He is happy. You comparing it to what you have going on in the States, and it's not the same. It's not the same.
But we got places that look like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. In the States. We got places that look like that.
Mm-hmm. How about that? Yeah. And I was just like, no, you can't do that. Or the frustration that was happening because people didn't speak English. This is a Spanish-speaking country.
I say that all the time to people. I'm like, see, but that's the thing where Americans think that everybody, like, everywhere's like America. Like, you can't go to another country where English is not the first language.
Right.
You get mad because people don't speak English.
Right.
How about you learn some Spanish?
How about that?
How about you get some culture in your life?
It would be beneficial
exactly.
to you and your future to learn Spanish.
Exactly, like learn a little bit, or they'll even help you. You try it, and they'll help you out. Like it's, but we do that. We do. We do that.
I was like, it was a little frustrating for me, but to be like, don't judge these people. This man is happy. He don't care about those shoes he's wearing. You care about him because you care about your shoes. That means nothing to him. He is happy.
And you know what's crazy is, like, I have sales managers that work for me in these countries, and I started talking to them about how much they make, and they make such little money, and it's lower than our minimum wage in most cases, and they hold in higher level positions, but these people are the happiest. They're happy.
Money don't mean shit.
It don't mean, it's like, they just happy. And you thinking like, wow, they making that much and they that happy, and we be at work complaining.
Right.
This job, I hate this job, and they ain't paying me no money. I need to go somewhere else. These people happy to have a job.
Yeah. Grateful.
Yeah, crazy.
Do you live in a studio?
Yeah, remember? No. So I live in a studio. It's like 1,000 square feet. Remember when I first got it?
Okay, I saw the pictures. And I'm asking because I see that ductwork in the back. Ooh-wee.
Yes.
Ooh-wee.
It got the ceiling, the unfinished ceilings and everything. Yeah.
I love it. I live in a small space too, and I get disgusted with myself about how much I own. I'm throwing 50% of my shit in the trash by the end of the year.
You know what, Terry? I threw a lot of stuff away that I didn't want to get rid of. Going from a house and then going into this space, and I have a little bit in storage, but I'm like, I don't need all this stuff. I don't need it.
I'm disgusted with myself. Every time I pull something out and it still have a tag on it, I'm like, fucking retail. I'm disgusted with myself.
For real.
Now, if someone was to view your profiles on IG or Facebook, what do you think the biggest misconception would be?
The biggest misconception.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest misconception about Corey is?
Are you talking about somebody who knows me and viewing my for the first time, or somebody who doesn't know me and they just view it?
Exactly. Yeah. A stranger who came to your page and they saw that you got family shots. So you can see the importance of your nuclear family is to you, and you can see the expression of how happy you are when you get to go home and visit and whatnot. You also, it's a lot of humor on your page.
I think that's the thing. Like, you know my humor, so like, I have a really wicked sense of humor, and I laugh at stuff that most people probably shouldn't laugh at, but that's what keeps me happy is I love to laugh. So I will post some stuff that is borderline. You be like, ooh, I want to laugh, but I'm not sure if I should.
Right.
And I think that's a big misconception that people will look at that and think like, you know what, he don't have no manners, or he ain't got no home training.
Right.
When I actually do. You know, I grew up with both my parents, and I do have manners, but my humor is my humor, and I don't apologize for it. I just don't.
As you shouldn't. Why can't we laugh?
Exactly. Right. It's like, you know what? We take things so serious, and I just don't take myself that serious. I just don't.
Especially I have fun right now. Yeah. Everything is so serious.
And then, you know, people always criticize people that post a lot on social media. Mm-hmm. It's a thing where they like, well, you shouldn't be posting so much. You should be doing other things. And I'm like, I use social media for entertainment. Mm-hmm. To me, that's what it is. And I also use it to stay connected with my family. So the biggest misconception would be when they see the humor, they might think a couple of things. Mm-hmm. But not that way.
Good. Yeah, not that way at all. But you're a funny dude anyway, so at least they'll get the gist of that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Corey, you are my first interview, and thank you for doing this with me. It's going to be fun because I get to meet new people, find out what's going on with people. I'm going to be using people's profiles to ask questions based on what I see. You know what I mean? So I could be wrong all the way across. And you never know how interested people may be in diverging certain information. You know what I mean? So
exactly. And you know, I think this platform is perfect for you because I know you. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I remember so much, like us working together so close all the time, is you were always thinking stuff that nobody else was thinking. You always have an interesting perspective on things.
Because I'm weird.
You're that corporate person that's kind of like known as weird, but you cool. But it's like, so like I like to look at your blog to like just to see what you're thinking and then your perspective on stuff. Because sometimes like you, and I don't even think you do it on purpose, but you be having me laughing. Just like some of the stuff that you just think that are just regular thoughts. And some of the stuff that come out of your mouth, and I'm like, that Terry is crazy.
You know I'm a little crazy.
Like I love when you in the car listening to your
music.
And you just be bobbing. But that's what people do. Like, when ain't nobody looking or they think ain't nobody looking, they just sit there chilling, like, bobbing their head. I'm like, look at Terry.
Listen, I need that on my way to work, okay? I need that. I'm getting in my zone. Zone. And I enjoy it, too. I enjoy it.
Good. Yeah. Good.
All right, Corey. Well, I'm going to call you back probably tomorrow.
Okay.
Also, FYI, this is going on the blog, of course, and there'll be some snippets on IG, and it's going to also be on YouTube.
Perfect.
Okay. And
I'll make sure that I put it on my pages too, so people can, get in your blog. And I tell people, listen, y'all need to follow my girl Terry.
Right, follow me. Yeah, absolutely. So we can see people are more alike than they think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, they are.
And I can't wait to find that out. All right, well, thank you, Corey.
All right, thank you. I'm going to be watching.
Okay, bye.